Hello, my name is Candlin Green, and I've had a lot of you coaches asking about the different levels. What's Emerald? What's Ruby? What's Diamond? Why do I want to reach one of these things? What are the benefits of that? So, you start off just a coach. You have nobody under you. Maybe one of the coaches above you has placed coaches under you, but they are not your personally sponsored coach. A personally sponsored coach is, for instance, I signed up Susie Q, and she is, I am her coach, and then now she is a coach. So that's a personally sponsored coach. If, say, I place Joanna under Susie Q, Joanna is still my personally sponsored coach, but it will eventually benefit, so eventually, or essentially, let's start with Emerald. So hopefully you can see this right here. Okay, to be an Emerald, you have two coaches under you, one under your left side and one under your right side. They might not be at the top because maybe your coach put a coach under you already. So maybe your first coach is on this side, but it's down. That's okay. It doesn't matter. You just have to have one coach on each side that you personally sponsored. The biggest goal at first is to go Emerald. The reason for that is because once you're Emerald, you can start team cycle bonusing and you can start getting free leads. Free leads essentially are when somebody calls in to, maybe they saw an infomercial and they're like, hey, I really want to buy the 21-day fix. They buy it. They are assigned to a coach. That coach is has to be at least Emerald, an active Emerald, which means that you're drinking your Shakeology or at least spending or have at least 50 personal volume. So Emerald coach. The other thing is, if you look at this again, you can team cycle bonus. Sorry, everything's backward. That means if this person sells $100 in products and this person sells $200 in product, you're going to get a team cycle bonus of $14. Might not sound very much, but as your team grows, it really adds up. So you got your first goal. It is Emerald. Second is Ruby. So I don't know if you can see this. This is kind of a little bit confusing. But essentially, a Ruby has 4 personally sponsored coaches. And of those 4, 2 of them are Emerald. So maybe this person is Emerald. I sign her up. She has 2 of her own people. And then I have to place another person on that side that is a personal sponsor. Okay. On my other side, it's the same way. I have a personal sponsor here. Looks like one side right here is hers. And so is this one because mine was a personal sponsor there. So these 2 are Emerald, and I still have 2 other personally sponsored coaches. Some people skip Ruby because they have 10 coaches and not all of them have gone Emerald yet, or not enough of them have gone Emerald. So that's not completely uncommon. A lot of times people are just waiting on their team to really get started or get going. So you might just skip Ruby. That's okay. But the cool thing about Ruby is your team cycle bonus. Obviously, you're going to get more money because there's more people on each side. And it moves up to $16 per team cycle bonus. You can team cycle every single week, and you never lose points. So let's say like one side is rocking it out, the other side's kind of moving slow. That's okay. You still get to keep the points. It just saves up in a bank as long as you stay active. And then when you do team cycle bonus, you will. So, and the maximum amount of team cycle bonus per week as Emerald is 250, and it is up to 1,000 for Ruby. So that's kind of cool as well. Next is Diamond. So everybody's first or big goal, obviously your first small goal is get to Emerald, and then if you can get to Ruby, great. Some of you might skip it and go right to Diamond, but then the next, pretty substantial goal is to hit Diamond. So Diamond, you have 8 personally sponsored coaches, 4 on each side, and 2 of them have to be Emerald. That's why, since you only have to have 2 that are Emerald, sometimes you're just waiting on one of your people to go Emerald and so then you'll skip Ruby. But anyway, so personally sponsored coach, this one right here is Emerald because they have some people under them. This is another personally sponsored coach, personally sponsored coach, personally sponsored coach. So 4 on this side, and then one of them has to be Emerald, and the same with this side. So they have 1 personal, 2, 3, 4, and 2 of them are, or one of them is Emerald. So the cool thing about Diamond is obviously as you have more people, more team cycle bonus. The team cycle bonus goes up to $18 per as well. And then I'm not sure the maximum on that, but it's pretty ridiculous, which is pretty awesome. So Diamond is huge because at that point you're really starting to grow your business. Now I know a lot of people are asking where to place people. Where do I put my people at? on each side so I can fully benefit as many people as possible. I messed up everybody at first because I had no idea what I was doing, and it seemed like there was just a lot of different, strategies out there of what's the best. But essentially how it will work the very best after watching hours and hours and hours of videos is that if you always put coaches on just one side of your coach. For instance, if you'll notice here, I'm keeping them on the outside. So this is my personally sponsored coach. My next one I'll put on this side. So she is going to benefit from here. Once she goes emerald, which she did, she will benefit from this. This will end up being her strong leg because I'm going to continue to build out this direction. So I will continue to help each of my coaches that way. But then she will still be putting people on either side, but since I'm growing this leg as well for her, then that will end up being the side that has the 200 versus the side that has 100. Now, it doesn't always necessarily work that way. For instance, get one superstar and it's going to change your strong side in a second. I mean, you might have, an Erica or a Sheridan out there who just kill it, and all of a sudden they just sold 20 challenge packs this month, and you're like, how did that happen? So sometimes it will flip, and that's okay. But you really want to continue to not only grow your team, but as you're going, you're going to kind of, in my opinion, kind of help the other coaches who need help. Like, I'm obviously going to put people under my coaches who are rocking it out. I'm not going to really spend as much time building the team for somebody who is maybe just a discount coach. So if you have any questions, please send me a message. I'd love to help you out. So thanks.